For me, it's honoring these brave men and women who gave their lives and gave their psychology and everything to protecting us and keeping us safe and fighting for an ideal of keep making the world a better place. And so I just feel really privileged and honored to be a small part of this. All the stories we're telling are true stories, and so there's inherently a responsibility in that to want to do them justice and to make them proud, but it's really just an honor. I mean, an honor is the word that I use more than any others. We created such a bond, all of us. You know, we had a long time. It was almost a year that we shot, and it lasted to this day. You know, that was 2 years ago that we finished. And some of the guys I just am seeing right now, I haven't seen them since we finished. So that bond and that love really stays. You know.
I will say that our friends at Apple TV Plus understood how big this thing was. When you're talking with somebody who understands how big it needs to be, I don't want to say the floodgates are open, but they understand that it's a juggernaut, and it takes a huge amount of people, it takes a lot of time, and it takes a special type of collaboration. There is an aspect of verisimilitude and authenticity that I think helps it become the document that it can be, and that it's going to live forever on Apple TV Plus is only a plus. That it is not just based on truth, but we literally cherry pick individual specific moments exactly as they are, and it comes down to, I think, for the audience, where that's just an added bonus for them to think, I didn't know that, not just as far as individual moments, but they didn't know how hard and tactile a process that it was.
The story of Masters of the Air is about the guys that fought against the Germans who came over and saved the world. That's Masters of the Air. This was like the most hostile war zone of all time. The technology was brand new, and they were flying blind, and 77% of these men went down. Most people who were around at the time aren't around anymore, so it's important that we keep the memory of what happened alive, and so we don't repeat the same mistakes. And, you know, it's an honor to represent these people, what they sacrificed for us and our ideologies and our futures. So to step into those shoes was a real privilege of mine.
It's so immersive. I mean, we made it we tried to make it really feel like we were stepping into the world of the show. We were sitting in a cockpit, you know, a replica cockpit that was on a hydraulic gimbal. There's screens going around, lots of noise, there's special effects and explosions, really trying to make it kind of as exciting as possible.
I played Second Lieutenant Alexander Jefferson. Well, he was a Tuskegee airman that ended up being a POW captured at war. He was a great man, a great leader. He was a brilliant artist as well, so he drew actually his entire time while he was captured. So we have this record essentially of what the POW camps were like, and what it was like to be around there, what it was like to be a Tuskegee airman. So I think he was really, really important in that movement.
The Bloody Hundredth are the bomb squad for the American Air Force that led the fight over the bombing raids over Nazi Germany. All their planes would get battered and bruised, and they'd get shot up by flak, but they'd always come home. It was unbelievable. I think that's kind of the number one job that you want as an actor, you know, to work with legends like that. And it was pretty surreal knowing that they were a part of the project. Yeah, it was incredible.
I think what was amazing was being in such a dynamic set, watching people that I'd grown up with, that I'd sort of seen before, and learning every day, you know, watching these actors that I'd loved, just doing their thing, and it was an incredible learning experience as much as anything else as well.
It was amazing, and we're led by Austin Butler and Callum Turner, who are absolute titans, both very different, but they really were like our commanding officers. They were great. It was just such a pleasure. Working with Apple TV Plus has been absolutely amazing.
Even from the audition, there was an excitement within me, and it was something that I really, really wanted to be a part of. And once I got the role, I was quickly into boot camp, and that was genuinely one of the best experiences of my life, to be around such incredible actors and talent, but also just such lovely guys who all had each other's backs. It was all about kind of encouraging each other and really trying to kind of understand this story, this incredible story that we're telling. And that kind of set the precedent from there.
Military history and World War II has been a big part of my family for a long time, so it was a complete honor to be a part of this and to work with such an incredible cast and team and directors and producers. And I mean, these sets were incredible, and it's been a dream of mine to fly and play an Air Force pilot, so it's a dream come true.
The boot camp, it was a lot. It was 3 weeks of army people shouting at us, you know, get in the ground, maggot, and that sort of thing. And we had to do, how you doing, bro? Hello. Good to see you, mate. You look great. So it was a lot of rolling around in the mud, you know, all that sort of thing.
I think I want people to remember that this is a true story, that these men really did these things, these really heroic things. And I don't think you need a Marvel superhero when you can have the real thing with these guys.